get going. Kathy, I made you a host, so you should be able to turn your camera on.
Yeah, I'm just getting there. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna close this.
Hi, Holly. Can she see?
I think she can. Holly, there's been kind of like a lag with when we say something to you and whether you hear it or there's like some silence. So
With her, because you sound fine to me.
yeah, I think it's just with Holly's. And Holly, I know you're muted right now and it looks frozen on my side.
It's not frozen on my side, but muted. There we go.
I'm frozen.
Oh, I just heard you say I'm frozen.
So am I frozen?
No. Now you're good.
Now I think.
So should I try to log out and log back in?
No, what happens if you turn your camera off real quick? And so let's see if you're able to hear me. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
And you're excited for 1 minute start time?
Are you in your office, Tara?
I
So
am.
should I keep my camera off?
I'm wondering if we need to keep your camera off, if that's helping with the connectivity.
That's fine.
Okay. So Kathy, I mean, yeah, you can keep it on. Yeah, and I'll just mention that there might be a few little.
And I can turn it back off.
Yeah. Kathy, we've had we've had a couple questions each one, but I don't anticipate this one going like super long. I've turned the chat function off and I just have the Q&A and I'll monitor that for us.
Can I put a link in the chat function?
And so, hello, we are live now. It looks like we clicked a button by accident. And so if you saw us getting all set up, we apologize for that. But my name is Tara Stevenson. Welcome. I serve as the Dean of Student Engagement and Career Development. We're excited to welcome you for our Saints Weekend virtual experience this year. We would have loved to host you on campus and show you the ins and outs of our school, but we are excited to at least bring you some programming this weekend. And so today I am joined by two wonderful speakers to talk about wellness. I think this is such an important topic of discussion, especially given what we're all going through right now. We may experience a few little technical glitches, and so if you'll just bear with us if there is any sort of lag in our communication back and forth, we are definitely trying our hardest. We are recording the session today, so if you would like to jump back at any point and view this, you'll be able to, or if you're joining us at another day and time to view the recording, please know that this will be available for you at a future time. And lastly, if you do have any questions at any point throughout the program, please feel free to toss them in the Q&A. There's a button at the bottom of your screen. I'll be monitoring that and be able to ask our panelists any questions that you may have at any point. But with that, I'd love to go ahead and introduce who we have joining us today. And so first we have Holly Doucette, who serves as a nurse practitioner with Health Services. Would you mind sharing very briefly what you do here at the college?
I can't hear you. Did you ask me a question?
Yeah, and so Holly, would you mind just sharing what your role is here at the college?
Okay, yeah, hi. I'm a nurse practitioner at the college, so we have a little clinic for the students. They can come in and seek medical help or advice. So we're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we also have an RN working those hours.
All right, thank you. And next we're joined by Kathy Payne, who serves as our Director of Counseling Services. Would you mind saying a little bit about what you do here with the college?
Sure. Well, I lead a terrific team of 4 Florida licensed therapists, and we provide mental health counseling to our students regarding a variety of issues. We are 4 generalists. So generally, we can see a student for just about anything, although there are some elements of our work that would mean that we would probably refer a student out into the community, and we can get them all set up with that as well. So we provide mental health counseling Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to our students.
Wonderful. And so now let's dive a little bit more into what some of those services are, or what services do the students seek out most with you? So Kathy, if you wouldn't mind starting.
Sure. So it's easier to talk about our levels of counseling. That kind of explains what we do, but we have 4 levels of counseling. So our first 2 levels, 1 and 2, are crisis level counseling appointments. And we would see students who are pretty severe for those appointments. They're having some suicidal, homicidal thinking. They've lost someone close to them to death. They've been assaulted or something like that. So that some suicidal thinking without planning, suicidal thinking with planning. So those are high crisis appointments. Typically, the majority of our students fall into our level 3 appointment, which is anxiety, depression, adjustment, relationships, loneliness, isolation, family issues, gender issues. Just about, the level 3 catches just about everything else but a crisis. And then our 4th level is actually a student who may just be coming in and they want 1 consultation. They just want to run something by a therapist, but they don't really feel like they need to establish a counseling relationship with a therapist. Or they may be referred for just 1 session by someone else on campus, an administrator, a coach, may want a student to be seen 1 time. And so that's our level 4 counseling. So as you can see, most of our students kind of fall into level 3.
And can students come to you pretty regularly for your services?
Yeah, so Flagler College has the luxury of being able to not cap our number of appointments. A lot of times at a college or university, there's really a cap on how many appointments a student may attend, and then they have to go out into the community for ongoing therapy. But we have been very fortunate to be able to handle the demand at Flagler College pretty efficiently by offering bi-weekly counseling. So we offer counseling every other week, and then we assess a student who may need more support than that. And as I said, we're really great at getting our students established out in the community. If they need more support, then we can offer them.
And how are students able to seek your services this semester?
Well, there are about 5 pages on the Flagler College website that tell a lot about what we do and who we are. And one of those pages is called How to Make an Appointment. And so we've really dedicated a lot of attention this year to that particular page because it explains our changes for fall of 2020. So COVID-19 changed a lot about how we offered therapy. And this semester we are offering teletherapy to our level 3 students. The counseling center is still staffed by therapists who can interact with a student who's in crisis, and they are eligible to come to the counseling center in crisis. So we're still doing that part of our counseling face-to-face. But our level 3 and level 4 students were seen by teletherapy, and that's been a big change for us. So the How to Make an Appointment page explains all of our appointment levels. And then a student can contact us either by phone or email, which is also on that page. And sometimes they'll even indicate what level they are in their email. They'll say, I'm level 3, I need a level 3 counseling appointment. So we know that the students are looking it over and reading through the material, and that's really the important page this fall is how to make an appointment. And I know our chat is not open, but I think that maybe after we have this Zoom meeting, I can go into chat and put a link in there for directly to how to make an appointment if the parent would like that link.
Yeah, and we might be able to email our attendees the
Okay.
different links that are available with your two areas. We did have a question just come in that I think is appropriate for now. The college did announce yesterday that we would be moving to a level 2 and wanting to know, will in-person therapy be starting on Monday because of that, or will those same kind of systems that you have in place now remain?
Yeah. So we are going to continue with teletherapy through the end of fall semester, only because we still are in the midst of a pandemic. And so we are trying to minimize the traffic through the building. That being said, beginning not Monday, but on the 14th, when my staff is fully back in full-time every day back in the building, I'm going to discuss with my staff, and I haven't had a chance to because we were notified at midnight last night, but I'm going to discuss with my staff using their discretion about face-to-face therapy. So that is a possibility that will open up some of that, but we will have to maintain all of the social distancing and staggered appointments and so on and so forth so we can clean between students. So it's not going to be wide open yet. So we will continue teletherapy. That'll be our primary source of counseling through the end of fall semester.
Yeah.
Which Thanksgiving almost now.
And I know in a session earlier, we were talking about appointments with students. You know, the team there shared that their office space just didn't accommodate for a comfort level with physical distancing. And so they do have one allotted space that if a student is really wanting to come have that face-to-face, they can,
Right.
but that there are so many other support mechanisms in place to be able to connect with somebody in their office. Just
correct. Yeah, it really is case by case, and and my therapists are great. It'll be therapist discretion to work with the student for sure.
Absolutely. So Holly, would you mind sharing with us a little bit more about the services with health services, and what do you see most with our students?
Sure. I hope if I'm lagging or if you think I should turn my video off, let me know. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, you're doing okay.
Yeah. Currently, right now we're giving a flu shot, so we're trying to encourage everybody to get a flu shot this year. So we're hoping that if your student hasn't gotten one, that you can send them in to get one, and they can do that any time during our hours, and they're free. We also provide medical care evaluations and referrals when necessary. We used to operate more like a walk-in clinic. People could just come in whenever it was convenient for them. But now we've changed it, so you have to make an appointment before coming in. Potentially COVID positive people out of our office. We ask our students to call first, and then we ask them some screening questions to find out, the reason for their visit. If they do exhibit symptoms of COVID, we talk to them about getting tested. And then we also just acquired the ability to do the antigen test on campus, and that's pretty exciting. It takes only 15 minutes. So we have a machine that will tell if you're positive or negative for COVID. The antigen test is not quite as specific as the PCR test. So if somebody is exhibiting strong symptoms of COVID, and they test negative for the antigen test, we would ask them to also get a PCR test, which at this time we're not quite doing it, but we're trying to work on the ability to do that. So we also see like orthopedic injury care, people fall down, we fix their boo-boos, women's health. We pretty much see what any walk-in clinic would see. That's what we're seeing.
And I know that a lot of times we do get questions on where our families and students can find information on what we're doing with the coronavirus. So our website, www.flagler.edu/coronavirus, does outline all of this information, all of our policies, and more about how students can seek out services, what services are in person, or what the procedure is. I know many of our offices are not doing walk-in hours, especially if their spaces are a bit tighter than others. It sounds like what Holly is explaining with health services is very similar to what a lot of other health facilities are doing, is, you know, a pre-screening. Let's go ahead and look at now more of that wellness area that we've been talking about and hoping to cover a bit more now. So what do you see as the hardest transition of students that are coming to Flagler?
Go
ahead, Holly.
Okay. We've seen a lot of, well, overall, I'd say freshmen have the most difficult time. So time management skills and self-care, maybe not quite eating right, not getting enough sleep. So a common question that we ask students when they come in, because they come in for a variety of problems, and we always ask them, well, how much sleep are you getting? And, you know, tell me about your diet, and are you getting outside and staying active? So those are transitional problems that we see. Homesickness goes along with that. But also, Kathy can probably speak more to this. We see people, you know, complaining about roommate problems. So it's just a matter of getting used to being on campus and being in the dorms if that's where they are.
Well, and as you know, whenever a student comes in for an appointment somewhere and the conversation is good, you never know where it will go. So you could be coming in for basic, you know, health questions, and then all of a sudden you are talking about what's going on in the room and things like that. Holly, you touched on something else there. Can students work with you on any sort of health plans or nutrition plans, and any kind of personalized things that way?
We have done that. We have. We've had people come in and ask about, say they want to lose weight, or they are not sure if they're eating healthy or not. So we'll ask them to do a food diary. We give them just different tips about healthy eating. They are on their own for the first time a lot of times, and eating in the dining hall, their choices may not be the best. So we do that when people ask for that. We definitely help them.
Yeah, and before I jump over to Kathy, we did have another question come in that I think is great to ask you, Holly. Can a student get an antigen test without symptoms? We know with Thanksgiving coming up, they're traveling maybe home and maybe seeing some family members that they haven't seen before or in a while.
I think so. We haven't really, to be honest with you, we just got it last week. And so it's kind of new, but I don't see why that would be a problem at all. So if somebody does want to get us, they could just call and talk to us about it, and we can arrange for that.
And I'm sure more information will be coming out to our college and campus community, and definitely encourage your student to reach out to health services or I'm drawing a blank on our COVID-19 coordinator's email address on the best way to reach out. But again, all that contact information and updates will be on the website. So Kathy, would you mind talking a little bit about what are some of the biggest transitions you see?
Sure. So I am going to follow Holly's lead and say routine is what we're seeing is lacking this semester. And the most important thing in routine is, as Holly said, you start with self-care. So we want to know if the students have established a sleep routine, if the students have established intentional eating, if the students have established creative exercise. Just what Holly said, that's where it all starts. And so if students are not getting rest, if they're not eating well, and they're not getting outside their room to move around, even a walk around campus is a good exercise, then we need to start there. What is your self-care routine? And then we want to add the academic feature. So what is your academic routine? Most students don't have a routine academically this semester. So they need a routine, they need that consistency. And so how do you establish an academic routine when you're not showing up in Keenan Hall from 10 to 10:50 every Tuesday and Thursday? So you can develop a routine as though you are going to class. You can develop times when you would typically be in that class, when you would be in English, and that's when you address your English assignment. So absolutely, students have a lot more pieces of the puzzle to pull together this year, but I think, or this semester at least, but I think it's encouraging them to think of it as though they are going to class and scheduling times to go to the library and work on their homework, and then address the fun connection. With all that time you have left, how do you have fun? How do you connect with people? What's your fun routine? Have you downloaded Saints Connect, where there is a daily schedule of activities and opportunities? So I would say the biggest challenge that we're seeing is, how do I get into a routine? For the freshmen, they're coming out of high school. So high school made a routine for them. They really didn't have to create it themselves. It was already ready-made, but now they're here and in a very different semester. And how do you create a routine to make you feel like things are running in order, to help you manage time? Time management is huge this semester because it feels like everybody just has a lot of time. When in truth, they honestly don't. You're still in school. So that school routine is very, very important. I think that's what we're seeing. If we could just manage putting a routine together for everyone, I think they would feel much more connected and how that things were moving smoothly. Yeah.
Yeah, or just some sort of daily little habit that they can
Yes.
add into there that's
Yeah.
holding them accountable for something. Kathy mentioned that we do have the Saints Connect system, which shows all the different offerings, and we are working so hard to still have that fun that's at college. And as we keep saying, and you're hearing it from everybody, it looks different. But I know for me, we've been doing a lot of these grab and go kits that are crafts or just something that a student can pick up and take back. And the joy that's on their face when they come and get this kit to do a craft back in their room. I know it's not ideal, but I think it is helping to bring a little bit of joy into their day.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a lot of virtual movie showings, and it is wild to me that so many students will all log in at the same time to watch a virtual movie together. And Disney movies are doing great this year, so we've been watching a lot of fun Disney movies. But it's just a little something to help balance out feeling so overwhelmed with school because they're having a hard time with managing what that looks like.
Yes.
We've talked a lot about creating a routine as like a wonderful tip for our students. Are there any other really good tips that you'd like for our students and families to know that are struggling with their wellness overall?
Like to tell students is to be involved on campus, because there are so many events and clubs and things for students to do. And if they're not out there, it'll be much more difficult to meet people. And it seems like that the people that get involved are the ones that find friends and find people with common interests. So I really always encourage students to get involved. But that's basically what Kathy was saying too.
Yeah, and we know involved can look in so many different ways.
Yeah. Well, I think it is harder to make connection this semester. Although I do think academic affairs, student activities is doing an incredible job of creating these amazing opportunities, some of which are in person. They're not all virtual. So you can just look at Instagram and see Glowtoberfest.
Yeah.
Was a hit. And so I really appreciate those efforts. I think following different groups on Instagram so that you can keep up with what's going on, what they're doing, even what you missed, because it might motivate you to go to the next event. Follow the Counseling Center on Instagram. We are settling into our own routine by offering a drop-in workshop every week on Zoom, and that's on Saints Connect, and students can come to meet with a couple of therapists and talk about anything they want to talk about. We could talk about time management, we could talk about your roommate, we could talk about stress, we could talk about Thanksgiving, we could talk about fall break, we could talk about anything. So it's a completely open Zoom meeting. It's anyone can come and visit with us. And that the next one is coming up on Thursday. It's on Thursday at 11 a.m. This coming Thursday, the 8th, I think it is. So that's one way to just connect with the Counseling Center without going through the process of making an appointment. And those run for about an hour. Those are terrific. And you get to pick up tips from other students who are on the call. So yeah, I just think there are a lot of ways to connect, even though we are social distancing and wearing masks and so on and so forth, but there are a lot of opportunities for connection. It's essential to bonding with Flagler College.
It's wonderful that you said that, because I know myself working with student engagement, we have gotten a lot of questions of, I just want to meet friends. How do I meet friends? And they're saying it to me in person when I get to see them around campus, or I've seen it a few times in the class of Facebook groups where students, and we just want to meet friends, like even if we're hanging out virtually, or if we're all spread out on the palm garden in our hammocks, is that they are striving for some of that interaction and that ability to connect with one another and the campus. If you wouldn't mind sharing again, Kathy, how can they get the link for the drop-in event that's on Thursday?
Well, we will advertise it on our Instagram, so we'd love to have you as a follower on the Flagler Counseling Instagram. It will come out in the newsletter, and that comes out, I think they still come out on Monday. Do they still come out on Monday? Okay. And then it's on Saints Connect. And the cool thing about Saints Connect, especially if you don't know this, because you might be a freshman and not aware, you might have a freshman student and not aware of this, but students have to get co-curricular credit to graduate. And in the past, not all of our events were eligible for co-curricular credit, but all of the events on Saints Connect this semester, I think all, are eligible for co-curricular credit. So go ahead and get your co-curricular credit and do some of those opportunities. We're on there too as the drop-in workshop this Thursday at 11 a.m.
And the Saints Connect system, I love it because you can RSVP or register for events either in person or virtually, and then it sends you a reminder email.
Yes.
And I don't know about you, but I love to put it on my calendar, and then I love that little reminder that's like, hey, you've got this thing coming up.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what can we share with our parents and family on how they can support their students? Holly, do you have anything that you like to share with family and parents?
Parents
Oh no, did we lose?
obviously should be a shoulder to lean on when available to listen and guide students. Can
A
you hear
little bit.
me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if it's my for to help students to find resolution for their problems without taking over and letting them learn from things that are happening. Obviously, parents want to help and they want to be involved, but hopefully the students can also learn those things along the way. That's all.
And I would just add that, you know, when the fall semester begins, it's a time of transition for everyone. For the freshmen, it's a huge time of transition, but it is a time of transition for everyone. And even good transition can be a little stressful. And this semester is very unique. And so just to recognize that, that everyone is going to go through a time of transition. Everybody transitions in their own way and at their own pace. And so to be patient with your students being uncomfortable until they figure everything out. And the Counseling Center, Health Services, we're here to support your students. We're here to cheer them on. We're here to brainstorm with them and give them some encouragement and some strategies, develop strategies as they pass through this time of transition. And so I think with this unique semester, we probably are still transitioning. I know we're almost to midterms, but I think transition is going to last a little bit longer this semester, or maybe the whole semester. So we're in it with you. We're here for your students, and we really care about them.
Yeah, I think it's always important for our families to know that students may not have the answers or may not know everything right now, and to kind of support them with the I don't know, and the pressure that they might be feeling to decide on something. That's all a part of that exploration during their first few years, and then the opportunity to support them when they finally have developed that path and they know where they're going, I think is always good. A lot of times in my area, we'll talk to students about what their passion areas are and what they are, and then all of a sudden the discussion goes to, but I don't think my family will support me with that. And that's where we go on to discuss, like, how could we, you know, articulate where you're coming from, and how could we articulate that this might be a good thing for you, and these are the ways that I can be successful, and that I know what success is for me, because it'll be different for somebody else. Well, I don't see any other questions that are coming in. Are there any other final thoughts? Either of you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I see one other question that snuck right in there. Way to go. What is co-curricular credit and how much is expected? So this is a great question. Students are required to do a certain amount of co-curricular events or experiences per year, and that's all outlined in their course catalog as a part of their graduation requirements. Events are designated as co-curricular either through our Saints Connect system or in some of the advertisements. And a student can see their progress with their advisor, or they could always ask the Center for Advising and Core Experience. But a lot of the events might be a theater production, any guest speaker. Now we know that activities and events are looking a whole lot different this time, and they're limited when we normally would have a lot more. And so we are excited that some of these craft kit grab and go, and some of the discussions that are through Zoom and an open group, that those are co-curricular credit. And so hopefully that answers that question. But do either of you have any last thoughts that you'd like to share, or last recommendations?
I just say thank you for coming today, and I appreciate everybody being here. And just a reminder to get your student to get a flu shot.
It's worth the pain. It totally, like the one person who gave it to me was just so nice, and she made me talk, and then all of a sudden I looked over and I was like, did you do it? And she goes, yeah. So I thought that was pretty good. But thank you all so much for joining us. We really do appreciate you taking the time to chat with us on a Saturday afternoon. As we continue through our Saints weekend, we have 2 more programs today. At 6 o'clock, we'll be joining Professor Ed McGinley as he takes us on a virtual boat tour of St. Augustine. He is extremely passionate about it, and so I'm excited to see him bring that passionate through the virtual world of the waterways of St. Augustine. And then tonight at 7:30, we have a Flagler favorite. Our family trivia night will be at 7:30, so we hope that you'll join us for that. But we wish you all continued health and safety through all of this. Please definitely encourage your student, or if you are a student joining us, we absolutely want to encourage you to reach out to any of our offices. This something I love to hear other students tell students is this is the only time that so many of this will be free. And so why not take advantage of that and get yourself feeling really good about it. And then when you transition out of Flagler, we'll have to figure something else out. But we are definitely here to support you while you're here. So thank you all so much, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of the afternoon.
Thank you.